your number one business radio, Broad Street Radio. The following are the headlines for the news update today, the 19th of October 2022. 𝐬𝐿 to commence automatic rollout of certificates. INEC summons parties and police plan 13 billion naira firearms purchase. And in business news this morning, OPEC decision on oil production cut unanimous. This is coming from the federal government. Senators, reps face probe over illegal budget passage. Lafarge pleads guilty to U.S. charges of supporting Islamic State. Good morning. Welcome to News Update on your number one business radio, Broad Street Radio, in association with Automedics Auto Care Limited, Ajao Estate Branch, and Dependable Securities Limited. I am Atosi James Chuku, and you're listening to your number one business radio. The details of the news in full. The West African Examination Council, (WAEC), said that it has concluded plans to make its certificates available to candidates of the West African Senior School Certificate Examination immediately after their results are released. The move is coming a few days after the examination body announced plans to launch a digital certificate platform. WAEC's head office national Patrick Aragon disclosed this on Tuesday at a luncheon organized by the exam body in Lagos. He noted that the digital certificate platform would be launched on Thursday, October 20, 2022, adding that the process would initially apply to those who wrote the exams between 1999 till date. Candidates who sat for their exams during the preceding years would be considered much later. The chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Mahmood Yakubu, has summoned a meeting with leaders of political parties over the reported clashes among their supporters in some states. Yakubu disclosed this in Abuja on Tuesday during the training of master trainers on election technology for the 2023 general election, as the police plan to spend 13 billion naira on the purchase of firearms and other security hardware ahead of the polls. The hostilities between the parties are happening barely 3 weeks after the campaigns officially kicked off and the political parties and their presidential candidates signed the peace accord under the auspices of the National Peace Committee. Speaking further, Yakubu disclosed that the electoral body would continue to monitor the situation closely, adding that INEC would meet with security agencies over the rising political tension in the country. President Buhari will on Friday inaugurate the All Progressives Congress APC Presidential Campaign Council for the 2023 elections. Speaking during an interview, the spokesman of the ruling APC, Felix Morka, said the campaign council was postponed indefinitely in order to accommodate new members. Morka stated that the council has been expanded, which would guarantee the success of its presidential candidate, Bola Tinubu, in the 2023 elections. And now to business news this morning. The Nigerian government has defended OPEC Plus's recent 2 million barrels per day oil supply cuts. The move by OPEC Plus was earlier condemned by President Joe Biden and other Western leaders who claimed that the cuts helped to keep the oil prices high, thus adding to inflationary pressures. But Nigeria's Minister for State for Petroleum, Temipra Silva, on Tuesday said the cuts were proactive to ensure stability in the oil markets. The minister said OPEC Plus's decision was a unanimous one taken to stabilize the price of the market for the cartel. He emphasized that such cuts help to ensure the long-term health of the oil market to prevent larger production cuts in the future. The House of Representatives Committee on Public Accounts has confirmed the allegation by the President, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, that some committees of the National Assembly are passing budgets for ministries, departments, and agencies of the federal government illegally. It was reliably gathered on Tuesday that the committee, after making the discovery, wrote to the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, and the Clerk of the National Assembly, Amos Ojo, to confirm if Buhari actually transmitted the MDA's budget to the Parliament or not. The erring chairman, who had been summoned by the committee earlier in the year, are billed to appear before the panel from this week. French cement maker Lafarge has pleaded guilty to U.S. charges of supporting the Islamic State by keeping a factory running in Syria after conflict broke out in 2011. According to Reuters, the admission in Brooklyn Federal Court marked the first time a company has pleaded guilty in the United States to charges of providing materials support to a terrorist organization. The company agreed to pay $778 million as part of a plea agreement. Lafarge, which became part of Swiss-listed Holcim in 2015, is also facing charges of complicity in crimes against humanity in Paris. The cement maker previously admitted after an internal investigation that its Syrian subsidiary paid armed groups to help protect staff at the plant, but it had denied charges that it was complicit in crimes against humanity. This is news updates from your number one business radio, Broad Street Radio, in association with Automedics Auto Care Limited, Ajao Estate Branch, and Dependable Securities Limited. Before we go, a recap of the major stories. WAEC to announce automatic rollout of certificates. INEC summons parties. Police plan 13 billion naira firearms purchase. And in business news this morning, OPEC decision on oil production cut unanimous. This is coming from the federal government. Senators reps to face probe over illegal budget passage. Lafarge pleads guilty to U.S. charges of supporting Islamic State. Enjoy the rest of the day. I am Atusi James Chuku, and you are listening to your number one business radio, Broad Street Radio. Do well to follow us on all our social media platforms. Follow and like our page on Facebook at Broad Street Radio NG. Join the conversations on our Instagram and Twitter handles at Broad Street Rad. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Broad Street Radio NG on YouTube. and our website is www.broadstreetradio.com. You could also send us a message on WhatsApp via 0809-791-0074. And for sponsorship and advert placement on Broad Street Radio, the numbers to call are 0809-791-0073 or 0803-436-1400. You could also send a mail to hello@broadstreetradio.com, or you visit our office at 195 Ikorodu Road by Palm Grove Bus Stop. Unibrown House is the building. And don't forget to visit the Google Play Store for Android phone users and the Apple App Store for the Apple phone users to download Broad Street Radio mobile app on your mobile devices, so that you can carry Broad Street Radio along with you everywhere you go. Do have a wonderful day ahead.